What up, metalheads? Okay, I think Sri Harsha is how we say your name. He suggested that we do Marilyn Manson, and it was kind of hard picking one of his albums because there's a lot of, Manson has a lot to talk about, and I decided to do Holywood. Right off the bat, it opens up, promising that it's going to deliver something. And Manson is great at doing this. He's probably the best at shocking the audience, pushing things to its limits and actually beyond its limits. Likes to go the opposite of where the current is going and cause controversy. The song Love Song, I think, is probably one of the better songs off of here. It sounds really kind of rockish, maybe even some punk a little bit. It's pop punk. And, he's talking about how, our love for, do we love our guns and our government and all that kind of stuff. Another thing is throughout this album, it also sounds really like traditional R&B or hip hop, like old hip hop.
Yeah.
But in its beats, not necessarily the singing, in its beats. The vocals are more hard rock style. And like I said, sometimes pop punk. So then it's a nice mix of all of them, of all those genres. It's heavy, it's aggressive, but it also knows when to be slower tempoed, and it matches the imagery that he's portraying. So the song Lamb of God is probably the most, it starts out like you should be busting a rhyme. It's got that real hip hop ish beat to it, and he starts to kind of calmly, not necessarily sing, but calmly talk over it in a soft voice, but it's a little rough as well. So another song I want to talk about another song I want to talk about is Crucifixion in Space. I personally love the the heavy chug in the beginning, the way it opens up. Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds pretty heavy, pretty mean. It also seems to be building to something. It has the little space sounds in the backgrounds. Then there's like these growls in the background that are thrown in there, which sounds pretty awesome. Talking about evolution and all kinds of stuff. Science-y, religion-y, contradicting each other stuff. Classic controversy. It's like the go-to thing when you want to stir up controversy. So, right off the bat, this album has lots of diverse beats to it. It's got lots of diverse dynamics. It's heavy. It's also upbeat. Like I said before, with the whole R&B and pop beats. It's also, the whole album is beat driven. Okay, really vocally driven. There's a lot of dynamics in that range. The songwriting on here, I think, is awesome too. From lyrics. They're really intriguing. They're really they're not stereotypically boring controversy lyrics. He knows how to really put a spin on them, make them grab you, and truly be controversial.
So to be honest, I do like the Death song, kind of, because it starts out with a pretty cool beat. It sounds again like you should start like, it sounds like hip hop. Starts like it starts like a build up.
It's like heavy hip hop.
Yeah, it sounds like a build up to a busting a rap. And I do think Lamb of God,
not the band, the song.
The song sounds a little bit like a coffee shop song.
Yeah, he said it sounds. When he heard it, he said, "Oh, it sounds like something that would play at a coffee shop."
Yeah, it does.
And I kind of see it, but maybe a gothic coffee shop. That's what it sounds like, I guess.
That would be segregation.
Okay, so there it is for you in a nutshell. There's our review for Manson's Holywood.
So, to be honest, I do not like Marilyn Manson that much, in my opinion. And I might get a lot of hate for that, I might not, but I really don't. And, to be honest, I'm going to give this album a 2. Actually, instead of rating it a 2, I am actually going to rate it probably a 3.5, because it has good beats. It has some pretty good. It has decent lyrics. His tone while he sings is pretty good. It's not this album isn't the worst album, but it's not very good either.
Okay, fair.
So I'm gonna give this 3.5.
3.5 for him. You know, I'm also not the biggest fan of Manson, and so because of that, I've heard his stuff a lot. Trust me, I'm around it all the time, but it doesn't grab me as much. I'm gonna give this album 4.5. I might go to 4, and you know, I kind of get bored through some of the songs, and it's a taste preference. I like my music to be progressive, or if it's not progressive, at least be complex in its patterns, because that keeps me interested all the way through. Over here, I know that's not what it's about. I know that's not what it's trying to do, but it does. Because of that, it does bore me, and sometimes I have a hard time listening to songs all the way through. I'm not a big fan of the beat kind of thing. As you guys know me, I'm more of an instrument person. I really like just instruments. I'm not a big fan of like computer things. And because of that, some of the beats on here, the computer, beats that I was talking about earlier, I'm not feeling them all that well. But what Manson is trying to do on this album delivers, and I'm giving it that. Also, like I said before, he's probably the best at causing controversy. So, yeah, there it is for you. 4 out of 5, and you gave it a what? 3?
3.5.
3.5. I gave it 4. Oh, I meant to say 4 out of 5 as it corrected me. I meant to say, damn it, I said it again. 4 out of 10, not 4 out of 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So let me, okay.
3.5.
3.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
For me, 4 out of 10. Okay. So, I'm going to be putting up a poll because one of our subscribers, I'm blanking out on his name right now. He's got the little Voivod picture for his profile picture. Anyways, he requested a long time ago that we review Morbid Angel, either Altars of Madness or Covenant. And that's tough for me to pick. That is a tough question. So I want you guys to vote between those two. So that'll be up. And that video is going to be up Friday. Tomorrow is a reaction video. Another subscriber requested that I react to a black metal song I have not heard, and he really wanted me to hear it. He said he holds the song dear to his heart, so I'm going to be reacting to that tomorrow. See you guys there.
All right, well, see ya.